What if I told you that one of the world's most powerful banks has a past stained by scandals, conspiracies, and even a possible ghost? Get ready, because the story of JPMorgan Chase is much darker than you imagine. Let's go back to 1799, New York. Aaron Burr, yes, the same one who killed Alexander Hamilton in a duel, founded the Bank of the Manhattan Company. Its original purpose was to supply drinking water to the city, but he soon realized that the banking business was much more lucrative. Thus was born the seed of what we know today as JPMorgan Chase. A few years later, in 1854, a young man named John Pierpont Morgan began working at the bank Duncan, Sherman and Company, the representatives in the United States of the London bank George Peabody and Company. After partnering with Anthony Drexel, he created Drexel, Morgan & Co. in New York, which would later be called JPMorgan & Company. The early years were anything but easy. The young bank faced recurrent financial crises, banking panics, and fierce competition. But John Pierpont Morgan, a shrewd and ambitious businessman, had a clear vision: to build a financial empire. Morgan was not daunted by challenges. In 1893, in the midst of a serious economic crisis, he acted as a lender of last resort, saving the American government from bankruptcy. This bold act consolidated his reputation as a pillar of the financial system. But it also sowed the seeds of controversy. Was he a savior or an opportunist? The 20th century brought exponential growth. JPMorgan & Company financed the expansion of the railroad, the steel industry, and the electrification of the country. The brand became synonymous with power, wealth, and influence. However, power entails responsibility, and also scrutiny. Morgan's financial practices were subject to criticism, accusations of monopoly, and market manipulation. But the bank moved forward, adapting to changes and expanding its operations globally. In the year 2000, JPMorgan & Company merged with Chase Manhattan Corporation, thus giving birth to the giant we know today as JPMorgan Chase. A merger that combined Morgan's investment banking expertise with Chase's vast network of retail branches. And this is where the story gets interesting. Let's talk about ghosts. Legend has it that JPMorgan Chase's headquarters in New York, located at 23 Wall Street, are haunted. Before housing the bank's offices, the building was home to Drexel, Morgan & Company, and it is said that the ghost of John Pierpont Morgan wanders its halls. Some employees claim to have felt strange presences, heard unexplained noises, and seen shadows moving in the dark. Others claim that Morgan's spirit protects the building, ensuring that his successors follow his principles, or at least, his ambition. Is it just an urban legend, or is there some truth to these rumors? We will never know for sure. But the idea of a financial tycoon's ghost haunting the halls of one of the world's most powerful banks is, at the very least, intriguing. But the shadow of legends is not limited to the paranormal. Throughout its history, JPMorgan Chase has been involved in numerous financial scandals, from allegations of interest rate manipulation to lawsuits for abusive lending practices. Some critics argue that these scandals are inherent to the financial system, while others attribute them to the greed and lack of ethics of some individuals. Whatever the explanation, these episodes have damaged the brand's reputation and generated mistrust among some customers. Today, JPMorgan Chase is one of the largest financial institutions in the world, with a presence in more than 100 countries. It offers a wide range of services, from retail and commercial banking to asset management and investment banking. The brand has managed to adapt to market changes, embracing technology and expanding its presence in the digital world. However, the shadow of its past is still present, and the company must deal with the criticisms and expectations of a society that is increasingly aware of the ethical implications of its actions. JPMorgan Chase, a financial giant born of ambition, innovation, and perhaps also some ghosts. A story that reminds us that success often comes at a price, and that even the most powerful institutions must be held accountable for their actions. Because sometimes, behind a simple logo, there is a whole story that few know. A story full of lights and shadows, of triumphs and scandals, and of a legacy that continues to shape the world we live in. Did you like this story? Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to discover more myths and legends of your favorite brands. And tell us in the comments, what do you think of JPMorgan Chase's past?